Hi you guys, it's your girl Annabella and I'm back at it again with another video. Today's video is gonna be like a little different from like my other videos. I usually do vlogs. I do like some surgery videos, like plastic surgery abroad videos. So today's video is going to be about, I lost it, Adderall. Okay, so before we like get into the actual Adderall, I'm gonna take you guys like way back to my childhood. Okay, so whenever I was a kid, it was really hard for me to focus in school, and I thought it's just because, okay, school is not for me and I'm not the straight A type of girl, you know what I'm saying? And I just like had a hard time getting stuff done. Like, I'm the type of person, I could start like 10 tasks and maybe finish like 2 of them, maybe, and then feel like crap because I feel like I didn't get anything done. Like, I really felt like a failure when it came to completing tasks, like especially school and stuff like that. And I was like socially awkward, to put it in like simple terms, like really socially awkward and stuff like that. And very shy, like not knowing how to talk to people, always worried about what someone is gonna say, like, are they looking at me like, oh my god, why did I say that? Like, why did I say it like that? I shouldn't have said that, you know, like just always feeling like, you know, sis, you really not it, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, my family, we don't really have a long history of mental health. I do have like some people in like my close family who do suffer with mental health, but I never thought it was me. Like, I had no idea, and my parents, they had no idea. So we never really sought out like medical help for my mental health. So I just like carried on through school, like real basic, like graduated thankfully, but it was not a walk in the park. So now that you know a little bit about back history in school and stuff like that, now let's talk about when I actually got diagnosed. So when I got diagnosed, I was working at Walmart distribution center in Louisiana, and I had got like my own insurance, you know, real responsible and stuff like that, like health insurance, dental insurance in your name. What? So I was talking to one of my friends, and she was like, you not really engaged, like you're not an engaged person, like you're always trying to, it seems like I'm not focusing on the conversation, like I always have to be doing something else. Like, I couldn't really keep eye contact. I'm always doing something else. Like, if somebody's talking to me, I'm like on my phone. I'm not ignoring you, you know, I'm listening to you, but at the same time, it's like I get bored like really, really easily. And yeah, so she was she was telling me that her son has ADHD, and I'm just like, I heard of it, like kids in my school would take Ritalin and stuff like that, but I never really gave it any thought. And she was like, maybe you have like ADHD or ADD or something like that. So I went and I found a doctor, and she gave me like a, what is it, evaluation or whatever. And then she came back and she told me that I have ADHD. And I was just like, I thought ADHD was like the hyper one, like, you know, always doing stuff. And she was like, well, it's not always about like your movement. It's like fidgety, like you always feel like you have to be doing something with your hands, or, you know, just like fidgety. And I'm just like, oh yeah, that's definitely me. Like, I'm the twitcher, if you say. Like, it's not, I don't think people notice it. I know that I notice it though. But yeah, she started me out with Ritalin, and I'm just like, Ritalin? Like, am I 5 years old? Ritalin? But yeah, she started me out with Ritalin. I think it was like 10 milligrams or something like that. And it was okay. I mean, this was a while back, so I'm trying to like remember, but it was alright. But then whenever I came back, so this doctor wanted me to meet her once a month. Once a month, like that's a lot, like $100 something every month, plus I have to pay for the medication, which the medication wasn't like really expensive because insurance. Yeah. So yeah, she started me with Ritalin, and then I think she upped my dose. I think she upped my dose to like 20 milligrams. I started out with like 10, then she upped it up to like 15, 20, something like that. And I was just like, okay, I don't really feel anything happening. Like, I still feel the same. Like, can we try something else? So she was like, okay. And then she started me on Adderall, the IR. And I think she started me out with like 10 milligrams, I want to say. And that stuff, I feel like it worked. It really did. Like, I had the... I can't think of the words, y'all, so, you know, cope with me. But it made me feel like I can do anything I set my mind to, I can do that. Like, it's nothing I can't do. And I had the get up and go mentality, like, I need to do this now. I'm usually a procrastinator. Like, I mean last minute. Like, any homework assignment is done last minute. It's rushed. I mean, it's rushed. Any task, like go to the store or, you know, anything like that, it's last minute. And I'm probably gonna forget a lot of stuff. Yeah. So, I totally forgot where I was. But yeah, she put me on the 10 milligrams once a day, and then after a while I just felt like it wasn't doing what it was doing in the beginning. So I think she upped my dose. No, she switched me from Adderall to Vyvanse. Oh, that's what happened. It was working like in the morning when I would take it, because like I said, like I used to work. So I would work the 6 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. shift. So in the morning when I would take it, I would be good, like good. But by the time lunchtime hit, look, it was a wrap. Like, you ain't getting nothing else out of me. So she switched me to Vyvanse because she said Vyvanse is like a full day, like 12 hours. It's gonna work and everything like that. Now Vyvanse costs more because they don't have generic for Vyvanse, and also it's like the only one of its kind apparently. So yeah, it was like more expensive, and I didn't like it. Like, I like the Adderall so much better. I felt like that was for me. The Vyvanse, it really didn't do anything for me. And I came back and I told her that, oh, that's what else I wanted to say. So Adderall is like lower doses. So whenever she started me on the Vyvanse, it was like a high milligram. I'm just like, so you're gonna take me from like 10 milligrams of Adderall to like 50, 60 milligrams of Vyvanse? That was a lot. Like, I'm not a drug taker. Like, I don't even take aspirin, like, for real. So that was something I was afraid of. Like, I don't like that. But yeah, I took it and it didn't compare to Adderall at all. And I told her that, I'm just like, I don't like this. Like, can we go back to the Adderall and just like maybe up my dosage or something like that? And she refused to do that. She was like, I'm not putting you back on Adderall. And I'm just like, well, I come to you every month and I pay you every month, and you telling me that you're not gonna put me back on the thing that was working for me? Because I mean, it was working, it's just that it didn't last all day. And she was like, no, I'm not putting you back. So at that point, I'm just like, look, I'm not coming back here, because I'm telling you I don't like this stuff, and you telling me you gonna take it. Like, no, the hell I'm not. So I talked to one of my other friends, and she told me that her kid goes to this other doctor and he only sees him once every 3 months. So I'm just like, I'm in my head, I'm thinking like, that's a cost saving. So let me go talk to him. So whenever I went to talk to him, he was like super nice. He didn't have to do like another evaluation because I was already diagnosed. So whenever I told him what happened with the last doctor, he was like, why would she not, you know, work with you? You know, you telling her it's not working and she's telling you, yes, it is. You gonna take it. So he was like, no, we're gonna try you on something else. We're gonna try you on 15 milligrams twice a day, because I basically told him like the Adderall, I felt like it was good. It was my jam, but it just didn't last all day. And I didn't want to take extended release because I just heard like, it's not the same. It's not the same. So basically he put me on 15 milligrams twice a day, and I was taking that twice a day. So let me tell y'all, I personally think that taking 2 actual 15 milligrams of Adderall is totally different from taking a half of a 30 twice a day. I just feel like the chemical makeup of it is probably going to be different, and it's probably going to affect you differently. So when people say I take 30 milligrams of Adderall a day, in my head I'm thinking you're taking a 30 milligram capsule, when in reality they're probably taking like 2 15s, if that makes sense to y'all. I mean, it might be a little confusing, but yeah, I mean, from my experience, it brought up questions for me, because I couldn't imagine taking a 30 milligram of Adderall like in one sitting. Yeah. But yeah, when I was taking the 15s twice a day, that was like my sweet spot. Like I was so productive. Like I was my best version of myself. I know like you might watch the other videos and they all say that, but literally I was like the best, absolute best version of myself, in my opinion. Like I was super productive, you know, I complete tasks, not like start a million things and never freaking finish it. Like I was on my A game at that point. But yeah, so fast forward, he told me that we're gonna up your dose to 20 milligrams twice a day. And I was like, okay, you know, I feel like the higher from the previous like 10s to 15s, the higher I went, the better I was. So whenever he upped me to the 20 milligrams twice a day, I was like, okay, cool, let's try that. But I did that and I took my first 20 milligram pill, and when I tell y'all, I caught the biggest headache and I was so jittery. Like my 15s and the 10s did not do that to me. Like I had the energy, if you will, but I wasn't jittery, like coked out or something like that. I don't know. I never took coke before, I'm just saying. But yeah, I wasn't like jittery at all. But whenever he put me on the 20s, I was like super jittery. Like I don't know what to do with my hands. Like, oh, I need to do something. Like I was like a druggie. I was like, I felt like I was on drugs. Like I was so just, I was on it. Like I was on go. I was on 10. But you know how they say take the medicine and then after like a week, give it like a week or two, or take it in its entirety, and you will get like the absolute best results and effects. But I just didn't want to do that. I was just like, nah, this is not it. I don't like the way I felt, and the headaches scared me. Like my heart was beating super duper fast. Like it scared me. I didn't like it. So I went back to him, and then he lowered the dose, and I was just like, this is where I'm gonna stay. This is my sweet spot. Like anything more than that, it's like I don't like it. Like my heart is racing, I get headaches, jittery. I don't like to feel like that. So now that I kind of gave y'all the backstory about my trials with the different medications or whatever, let me just tell y'all like how it made me feel. So When I was taking the Adderall, I was like a little younger, partying a whole lot more than what I do now. Now I'm like a granny, like, you know, we travel a little bit, but we don't party every weekend. So I was like drinking and stuff. So drinking and taking Adderall, like even though I took my Adderall in the morning and I drank like late at night, it still had like an effect on me. Like it made me feel different from when I would get drunk before. Like it took literally nothing for me to get drunk. Like from me taking like 3 or 4 shots and be like, oh shit, I'm fucked up, to taking one and I'm just like, oh my God, I'm like tore up. So at that point, I'm just like, maybe I should have mixed alcohol, which I still did, but I didn't drink a lot of it. Like I just drank like a little bit and I was okay. Do I recommend you drinking and taking Adderall? Not really, but you do what you want to do. Just do it in like moderation, because you still, even though you're taking medication, you still have a life and you still want to do what you want to do. So you do what you want to do at your own risk. Consult your doctor. I'm not a doctor. So yeah. And it made me like super thirsty. Like right now, I'm drinking like so much more water than what I was before. Like I was already drinking like a good amount of water, like 4 bottles a day. Now I'm up to like 6 or 7. My boyfriend was like, damn, you're drinking up all the water. We're gonna have to go to Sam's again soon. And I'm just like, yeah, I'm so thirsty. Like I'm so thirsty. So yes, I drink like a crap ton of water. Like if you ever smoked weed and you know what cottonmouth is, it's not as drastic as when you're on weed, because on weed your mouth feels like a desert. Like you have absolutely no saliva. It's not as harsh as that, but you still have like pretty severe dry mouth, you know what I'm saying? So I drink like a ton of freaking water. And one thing I didn't know whenever I was getting prescribed the Adderall is that it curbs your appetite. I didn't know that. So here I am like not eating as much as I used to, you know what I'm saying? So I would like eat something. Like before, I was like compulsively eating, like just eating just because, like all the time. So at the time I was like 250 pounds. I was a big girl. Like I was pushing 260. I was like almost 260 pounds. It's crazy. But yeah, I got on the Adderall and it curbed my appetite, and I was down to like 225, which, coming from a person who used to struggle with their weight, still kind of like struggle a little bit, that was a good side effect for me. I was like happy to lose the weight. Like, oh my God, I'm losing weight. Like my face was slimmer and everything. Like I actually had a jawline. Like right now I do not, but I actually had a jawline. Like your girl was getting fine. But yeah, so curbed my appetite. What else did it do? So I'm the type of person, I take like a ton of notes whenever I make my videos, but I really did not take like a ton of notes. So yeah, like it made me more outspoken, like going from like super socially awkward, stuff like that, to I just want to talk to everybody. Like, why weren't we friends before? Like, why weren't we talking before? Like, yes, I love you. Like, I just want to love everybody. I want to see the best in everybody. I want to just do stuff for people. Like, it made me like, literally, like I said, a better version of myself. Like, I was super nice. And although I was super nice, like the Adderall did make me kind of moody, but not extremely moody. Like I would get like somewhat irritated, but I thought that was just me because I'm naturally like easily irritated, so I didn't like pay much attention to it. But the reason why I said that is because now I do, but I control it. And I think that's all I wanted to say on that. If I do have something else to say, I'm gonna say it at the end, because like I said, I usually take a ton of notes, but I didn't take any notes. I'm like, I'm just gonna wing it. So yeah, so fast forward, well, backtrack. I lost my insurance because I quit my job. Like, I hated that place. And I lost my insurance. So going from paying for my prescription like $4 to like $50, $60, I just wasn't having it. And then my doctor's appointments were like getting high. Although I was only seeing him once every 3 months, I just couldn't afford it anymore. So I just stopped taking it. I'm just like, look, I'm just gonna try to manage on my own. I done managed this long on my own, so I'm just gonna like manage on my own and just not take the medication at all. So now we can fast forward. I gained the weight back because I started compulsively eating again. Like, I watched a video and they said like your compulsive eating may have something to do with you having ADHD. And I can agree with that. I really can agree with that, because now that I'm back on my medication, like I went from just binge eating like anything I see, like just eating everything. Like I'll buy a bag of chips and I'll be like, okay, I'll just have 3 more. After them 3 more, I'm just like, oh, I might as well just finish the whole bag. Like just crazy eating, to now my appetite is kind of like non-existent while the medication is active in my body. But whenever I do eat, I have so much control over what I eat. It's like I have control over myself now, you know. So I'll be like, okay, I'm freaking hungry, but I'm only gonna have a small instead of the extra large. Like, I don't know what it is in the medication, but it just gives me so much control over what I do, what I eat, you know. I don't know how else to explain it, but yeah. And I also have like very short focus. My boyfriend is always like, you never complete your thoughts. Like you're always starting a sentence and then you just be like, yeah, I don't know. Like I never complete my thoughts, and he thinks it's so funny. And I think it's funny because he thinks it's funny, but at the same time, like that's not normal. That's not right. You're not supposed to do that all the time. Like all the time. Like never completing your thoughts, never completing anything is not good. So yeah, and then what really pushed me to getting back on my medication is because we got insurance. that played a really big part in it. We got insurance, and I wanted to do something. Like right now I'm just like a house girlfriend if you will. Like I don't work or anything like that. I'm not going to school, and I'm just like, dang, I really feel like I need to do something. Like it was fun while it lasted. Like I love waking up and doing what the hell I want to do every single day. Don't have to worry about anything. And my guy, he like 100% just like provides everything that I need, like out of love. And I'm just like, no, I'm tired of staying in the house. Like let's do something else. So I decided that like I wanted to do real estate school. And I'm just like, I don't want to try to go through school without taking my medication. So that's whenever I reached out to Doc, and I found a doctor that I can see once every 3 months, because that once-a-month stuff, I'm not doing that. That's too much freaking money, for real. So yeah, so so I found a doctor that I could see once every 3 months, and basically I just told him like I was already prescribed this and I was taking it twice a day, 15 milligrams. And he was like, okay, well, since you've already been diagnosed, you've taken this already, let's just start you off with the 15s once a day. So I'm like, okay, I get my Addies 15 milligrams once a day. So reintroducing myself to the drug, I was like kind of skeptical because like I said, I'm not a medication person. So I took like half of it and I was like, okay. I was cool for a few hours, and then I took the other half. and then I was like really good. I was really good. And the first night I couldn't sleep. Like, I was tired and I laid down and then I went to sleep for like an hour. And I woke up, went to sleep for like another hour, and I just kept waking up like every hour or every other hour. But that's like, I already expected that. That's like what comes with it. But then the second day, I was talking to one of my friends and I was telling them like, hey, I'm gonna go to real estate school. And they were like, you know, if that's what you want to do, yeah, like, but you should really do something that you're passionate about. Like, I'm 27 and I still don't know what my passion is. Like, I keep asking God, what am I supposed to be doing? Because I know it's more than this. So I don't know what my passion is. But then that particular night, that was night 2, I realized I really enjoyed being a business owner. Although my business ownership was very short-lived. I owned Queened by Anna on Instagram, and I had like my own website and stuff like that. I was selling lip gloss and lashes, and I like that. Like, whenever the orders would come in, I would love packaging the orders. I would love sending them out. I would love just, everything was just so pretty. I love pretty stuff. So I had like pink envelopes, pink this, pink that. Everything was just pink. So I was like, maybe I should get back into that. So I'm scrolling on Instagram. Let me tell y'all like just how good God is. I was scrolling on Instagram and I seen these. I'm not gonna tell y'all because I want to like launch it before I get into detail. But I seen something on Instagram and I was like, oh my God, like I have to get these. Like, I have to get these. So I started looking on AliExpress, Alibaba, you know, all those places where you get wholesale stuff from. And I came across something that is like really similar to it, but something that I feel like every woman needs. And I don't see like I don't see anybody doing it. So the problem with my first business venture was that I jumped into a pool that was like super duper overly saturated. Everybody was doing it. So it's like, if you already got your lash lady, like, you ain't trying nobody else. If you already have your gloss lady, you ain't trying nobody else. So I jumped into something that was like super overly saturated. So whenever I found this that I have now, I'm just like, I have to do this. I want to relaunch my business. This is what I want to do. This is what I'm going to do. I want to be a business owner. I love having my small business. I love shipping out orders. I love print out labels. I just love all that stuff. So that's my passion. That's what I feel like my passion is. So stayed up till like 5 o'clock in the morning, researching, talking to vendors. I'm just like, this is it. This is what I want to do. And I feel like that Addy kind of helped me realize that. And I don't know, it's kind of crazy. I just feel like it helped me realize that. And I feel like it helped me delve into my passion, because what it does, it helps you focus, but it helps you focus on stuff that you're really passionate about, stuff that you really like. Or you might have thought that you didn't like it before, but you found something within it and now you just love it. You know, like before, math was not my thing, and I found something about it that I really love. So now I just love freaking math. I love plugging in numbers. I love all that stuff. So yeah, what was I saying? What was I talking about? So basically, he started me back on my 15s, and it kind of helped me to find my passion and what I really want to do. So I'm probably still gonna like go to school and get my real estate license just to have it, but I feel like my passion is business ownership, and it really focused me on that. Like I completely forgot about real estate. I'm just like, nah, this is what I want to focus on. Like, this is what my tunnel vision is gonna be. So yeah, probably still gonna do that, because like I just want to do stuff. So yeah, I'm like back on my Addy's 15s, and he told me we're just gonna start with once a day, and then like next month we might boost you up to twice a day, like how you were before, because that's how you function the best. So I take my Adderall at about 9, like 9, 10 o'clock, like sometimes even 11. That's probably why I had trouble sleeping the first 2 nights. But I don't wake up early. I'm not waking up early just to take my medication. So I take it whenever I wake up. And yeah, I take my medication at that time. And I feel like it kicks in maybe 30 minutes to an hour. Like, sometimes I feel it, sometimes I don't feel it because it's so mellow. I feel like it makes me just natural, so I don't feel it like hard like other people. And I don't crash neither. I don't even know what that feels like, but I don't crash. So when I take my Adderall, sometimes I take it with food, sometimes I don't. Like, some people get super nauseous when they take it without food, but I have taken it both ways, and I actually prefer to take it without food. That's just me, but you do what's best for you. So yeah, it only lasts a few hours. For me, I feel like it's at its best for a few hours, like 3-4 hours, and then I feel like I need another one. But I'm not about to double up because he only gave me a 30-day supply. So what I think I may do is take like half of it when I wake up and take the other half like a few hours later, just so it can last all day. Like I do stuff throughout the day. Although I don't work or go to school, I still do stuff, and it really helps me to be super productive throughout my day. So y'all, let me tell y'all, like, I don't get the jitters, but I get like crazy just motivation to do stuff. So let me tell you, my house has never been cleaner. Like, we're really clean people. We sweep, we mop, we dust, we all that. Well, we don't dust, I ain't gonna lie, but we sanitize and all that. But when I tell y'all, my house has never been more organized, more clean. Like, I was cleaning stuff that I had never touched before, like ceiling fans and what you call these things? The thing on the wall. I don't even know what it's called. Like, I'm cleaning everything. I'm cleaning the inside of stuff that I ain't never touched before. I'm organizing stuff that I had done forgot about. So yeah, it really gave me that motivation, that can do, like, you're gonna do this today and you're gonna finish it. Yeah, so I really love that. I love feeling like I have the ability to do whatever I want to do, complete it, feel good about it, and just be the best version of myself. I love that. So yeah, am I gonna up my dose? Hell no, because I remember what the 20s felt like. I can't imagine somebody taking 20s and 30 milligrams of Adderall in one sitting. Like, so since I started back my Adderall, I just felt the need to watch like every Adderall video on on YouTube. And some people, they take so much Adderall. Like, this one guy, he said he was taking like 180 milligrams of freaking Adderall in one day. And I'm just like, I can't even get past 15. And I'm not ever gonna get past 15. That's a crazy amount of Adderall, like, for real. I really feel like if you have an addictive personality, I think that's how you say that, you really shouldn't take Adderall. I don't think so, because it's really easy to abuse from what I've heard. I've never felt the urge to abuse my Adderall, but for some people, yeah, it's really addictive from what I've heard. So yeah, really consult your doctor. Do not get them from your friends, even though it's so easy to get them from your friends. Like, consult your doctor, get an evaluation, and make sure it's for you. Don't take too much. And yeah, I don't think I have anything else to say. This was like kind of my backstory / update on my Adderall. I just started taking Adderall again. And I'm like 4 days in, and I feel amazing. Like, I have the energy to get up and do my makeup every single day, and clean up every single day, and just do regular stuff that I'm supposed to be doing on my own every single day, getting out of bed at a reasonable time every single day. So I love it. It makes me my best self, and I'm not afraid to say that. Like, some people feel ashamed about it, and I just don't. But at this point, I feel like I'm rambling. Like, I'm telling you, it's like my happy pill. I can't explain. Like, I just want to talk to you guys. Like, before, I love to talk in the camera and stuff like that, but now I just feel like I just want to tell you everything. I just want to talk. So yeah, let's see. But honestly, I really feel like I don't have anything else to say. If I do, I'm probably gonna like edit it in somewhere so that, you know, you guys can get all the information that I have. But I think this is the end of my video, and I will do an update video once I'm taking it twice a day again, and let you guys know what that's all about. Like I said, contact your doctor if you're feeling like you want to get evaluated. Do not take drugs from your friends or family. Make sure you get an evaluation, and make sure you do what is best for you. Bye, you guys.